Hi, my name is Michelle Hartwig, and I am the race director of the Midwest States 100. And we wanted to get together with you and talk about some things to help you prepare to get ready for the race. And one of the first things that I wanted to bring up is the fact that there is very little cell service in the area. Just plan not to have cell service, and then you'll be happy when you have it. And to get ready for that, one of the things that you should do is download a map on your phone to work offline. You can look on YouTube, and there's lots of directions out there to do it. And then you can plug in the different areas, the different aid stations and restaurants that you want to go to. And speaking of the aid stations, you can go to the aid station page, and there's GPS coordinates to each aid station, so you can save those on the map for your crew. And that particular page of the website, it has a lot of information that will really help you out. There is a spreadsheet on that page that lists which aid stations can have crew, pacers can start at, and drop bags will be there. We will give special consideration to runners that are 60 years or older to pick up a pacer earlier. Just reach out to us, and we'll make that happen for you.
And hey, I'm Sid. I'm the course director for Midwest States. I'm the one that's going to get the course marked for you so you don't get lost. But just like downloading those Google Maps to help you drive around the area, you're going to want to download the course maps, the GPX files from the Midwest States webpage, and then have a way to pull that up during the race, whether it's your phone or your watch. There's a lot of good YouTube videos on how to do that, how to get a GPX file on your phone or your watch. One of the apps that I like to use is called Gaia, and they do have a free trial that you can use over the weekend. That's good enough to follow the course. Speaking of the course and the GPX file, the 50K runners, we don't have a GPX file specifically for the 50K, but you can follow the same GPX file. You're just going to turn around a little earlier. So 50K runners go through the Alumni Aid Station, which is the first one after you leave the lodge, and then the Wausau Aid Station, which is the second one. And shortly after that, you'll turn around and come back to the lodge. One thing about race parking, the National Forest Service does not allow car camping. So if you're going to want to listen to Nikki when she starts talking about camping, but you cannot car camp in your car before the race. So don't plan on coming up there and just parking in the parking lot and sleeping in your car. The National Forest Service will come and knock on your window. They don't like that. So, all right. One last thing for me. If you do end up dropping from the course, from the race, please let someone know. Talk to somebody at the aid station. They'll let us know at the lodge. They'll let the timer know. Or let us know at the lodge. Drive back to the lodge. Let us know. Don't go back to your campsite and sleep for 4 hours and then tell us, because we'll already be out looking for you, and we don't want to do that. So please just let someone know if you end up dropping from the course. Aside from dropping from the course, from the race, you will need to check in and out at every aid station. So there's a volunteer there taking down bib numbers as you go in and out of the aid station. Make sure they get your bib number. And even if you don't want to stop at that aid station, let someone know that you've been there. If you skip an aid station, we think you're somewhere else. So just make sure you check in.
Okay, so our good friend Noel owns the Mondo Lodge restaurant right there by the start-finish line. This is a true gourmet family-style restaurant. It's delicious. It's going to be open to the public during the race, so we need to keep the parking lot that's up there open for public use. All runners and crew at the lodge need to park where there's the lower parking lots that are marked specifically for race parking. Now, parking by aid stations and for your crew. We want to make sure all 4 tires are off of the road. If you cannot get completely off of the road, you just need to make sure that 2 cars are going to be able to go past down the road, which just looks like a wide trail in some places. Also, crew, when you're setting up your chairs and your mini stuff for your runner, make sure that your chairs and tables and blankets or whatever are also off the road. They need to be not in the middle of the road. For campers that are camping at the Spearhead campground, camping assignments will be going out through email the Monday before the race. So keep your eye out for that. Noel also has kindly said that after packet pickup on Friday, which is from 2 to 5, you can put a tent up near at the lodge. He's given us some space for some people to put some tents up there. Just know on Friday, it's a very popular fish fry they have at the lodge, and this year they have a band playing that night, so that should be a lot of fun. The band is, I think, scheduled from 8 till 11. There's also walk-in campsites in the area that, you guys can go look for. You pay for it. They're close to the start-finish line, and we can probably point you like in the direction, or even just Google the Chequamegon Nicollet Forest to see where those walk-in like day of campsites are.
And then the other thing that I wanted to share is the course mileage. It varies with different watches that you're using. And so as you run between aid stations and are planning your pace, be ready for that. We've had people finish and their watch says 99 miles, and we've had people finish and it says 106 miles. So that would be the same for the 100K and the 50K runners. So just plan for that. And also be aware of the wildlife in the area. The thing that you're most likely to see would be a bear. And the bears are not known to be aggressive towards people, especially this time of the year, but educate yourself on what you're supposed to do if you do see a bear. There is very rarely cougars spotted in the area, but there is wolves in the area as well. And another thing is to make sure that you don't leave any garbage on the trail. When you come in and out of an aid station, if you eat something between an aid station, make sure that garbage gets back into your pack. And we will have garbage cans and recycling cans at every aid station on the way in and on the way out, so you have a place to get rid of all that.
And keeping garbage in your campsites clean, just like you would normally do while you're camping, is a must, especially because of the bears in the area.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to drop half a peanut butter and jelly sandwich on the trail, and then when you get back to that section later on during the race, find a bear there eating your sandwich. So, yeah, just carry it with you and throw it in the trash. On the trail, you're going to see the pink flags. This is what we're using to mark the course. You're going to follow these. If you don't see a pink flag within half a mile, you're probably going to want to turn around and go back to the last place you saw one. We will be putting them closer together than half a mile. That being said, the majority of the course is on the Ice Age Trail. So there's also the yellow blazes you can follow for Ice Age. You do come off the Ice Age Trail for that lollipop loop on the ATV Trail. And that's going to be heavily marked, heavily signed for where you come off and on there. Just make sure to follow the signs and the flags and not the person in front of you, because they might not know where they're going, but the flags and the signs are there to guide you back to the finish line. Another thing to keep you on track, on trail, is a headlamp. You'll probably want to carry an emergency headlamp or some sort of light in your pack, because it does get dark pretty quick in the woods. Up there, it's a thick forest, and it gets darker faster than you think it is going to. So if you've already planned on putting a headlamp in your drop bag, you might want to move it to the drop bag before that one, because, again, it gets darker faster than you think. So we just need you to be safe out there and be able to see where you're going.
We are looking forward to seeing all of you camping. We'll have special events from Thursday over the weekend. And we want to call out Lake 11 Brewery in Medford. Be sure to stop there. They're a big supporter of the race. And then, of course, at Mondo Lodge. And safe travels to y'all. We'll see you soon.